How y'all doing this morning? All right, good morning. It's RASHIDA STROBER here. And for those of you that don't know, I'm the world's first and only dark skin activist, the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the very first platform in history to fight to end what some people would call colorism, but what I call darkism. And this movement started in 1998, before there was YouTube, before there was social media, before there was people online talking about colorism. I started dark skin activism, once again, the first platform in history to fight to end colorism. If you guys want to learn more information about dark skin activism and the dark skin activists, you're always free to go to my website, which is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. And you can download a free ebook copy of my book entitled Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against. And also, you can make donations to my Cash App, which is $RashidaLala, $RashidaLala. Once again, $RashidaLala. Also, just some announcements I want to make. I've got 2 engagements for my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. And they're actually going to be staged, what's called staged readings of my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. I want to say shout out to Arnisa. This is a black woman here in St. Petersburg that invited me on to her event. She's having an event coming up April 22nd. And I have all the information that's right here on my channel. The last 2 videos that I made, if you look at those videos or if you look at the description, you're going to see her information if you live in the Tampa Bay area. And I also think that even if you don't live in the Tampa Bay area, I think you can also do like a pay-per-view live stream. But you can get all the information from Ernisa, and it's called the Tampa Bay Area Hair Braiding Battle. And she asked me to come on and do some stuff with my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. So I'm really excited about that. And we did an interview. So I want to say shout out to Ernisa, a nice black woman. Yes, listen, I'm gonna get into that, but let me finish. So the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, shout out to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. My play has been accepted onto the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. I'm going to be doing a staged reading of A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. The real play, all these plagiarizers out here that's been stealing from me for years. You're not the dark skin activist. You didn't write this play. You didn't write this play that tells the real story of what it's like to be dark skinned and female in the United States, in the world for that matter. And I don't have the specific location or the time or the date, because the festival is going to take place on Labor Day weekend. And it's going to be, those dates are August 31st through September 2nd. But there's a whole bunch of plays that's going to be on the festival. It's not just mine. So what the Atlanta Black Theater Festival is doing right now is they are putting together a schedule, putting together an itinerary. So once I get that schedule where I'm going to be at in the lineup, I'm going to let you guys know. But y'all can go to you can go Google Atlanta Black Theater Festival and all their information is going to come up. It's a phenomenal festival and I'm very excited about it, because back in 2012, when they first started, I was on the first Atlanta Black Theater Festival. So that's an honor for me, because I'll never forget being contacted by one of the founders of the festival. They contacted me on Facebook back in 2012 and asked me to bring my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, to the festival, to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. So I'm very happy years later to be back. Shout out to Tony. She's the founder, a nice black woman. So yeah, I'm very excited about the festival. So I want to talk to you guys this morning about something that I talk about in my book Darkism, but I never really talk about it from the angle of black on black darkism. I always talk about, generally I'm talking about non-dark skinned people and how they have exhibited either darkism or racism onto dark skinned people. And you know, for years, that's why I'm finna get on y'all ass. For years, I've been getting on black men. For years, I got on black men, because understand, that no matter how many of these plagiarizers on YouTube, y'all start talking about dark skin, mentioning dark skin now, and all y'all copying me. If you're talking about dark skin or colorism, you are copying me. Whether you claim to know who I am or not, I don't care about none of that. You didn't start it. I started this colorism conversation online. You are copying me. So we're going to get that straight. And those that follow me, y'all already know that. But here's the thing. I never really got on dark-skinned people or dark-skinned women for the fucked up shit that they do to other dark-skinned people. Because dark-skinned activism started really with the reconciliation, the goal of reconciling the relationship between the black man and the dark-skinned black woman. So saying that, I was always looking at it from the angle of how can I bring black men back to dark-skinned black women, and just to critique my own self, because I'm always subject to critique. Black people, we have to hold ourselves accountable. You're not always right. I'm not always right. You're not always right as a dark-skinned black person. Dark-skinned people, sometimes you need to apologize and say, I'm sorry. Dark-skinned Rashida, sometimes I need to say, I'm sorry. And I'm taking accountability for not always holding dark-skinned black women accountable. Because that's one of the critiques. That's one of the critiques that I have heard over the years, with people saying, well, what about the way that dark-skinned black women behave? Or what about the way that this dark-skinned black woman is treating me in a relationship? And I want to say to those people that have said that to me, and I've actually said this to them in private conversations, but I'm saying publicly that I apologize for not focusing more on the way that dark-skinned women behave. Because I've always defended, even when y'all got to understand, dark-skinned women have been actually attacking me for years. Let me just be very clear. It's just I was never saying anything. I wasn't vocal about it. I was staying on my mission, the original mission of dark-skinned activism, which was to bring the black man back to the dark-skinned black woman in balance. I was staying focused on that. And so I was getting attacked. I've been, over 10 years, I've been getting attacked by other dark-skinned black women. It's been non-dark-skinned women as well. It's been brown-skinned black women. And the irony of it all is the fact that I even get attacked by black women at all was actually shocking to me, when I'm actually fighting for you. But the problem is black women don't like each other. This is what I'm coming to discover. Black people have so much built up self-hate, to the point that even if another black person is fighting for them, they still ain't gonna fucking like you. And believe it or not, a black man told me this, and I wrote it off. I wrote off what this black man had said to me. He said, Rashida, them same people you fighting for, they don't like you. He said that to me, and I ignored it. And I'm just like, no, I'm going to keep doing my dark-skinned activism and fighting for these dark-skinned women. But a lot of them are fucking disrespectful in everyday life. It's true. I guess I was in denial. I was making excuses. I made the typical pro-black person, where some of us will make excuses for dark-skinned women or dark-skinned people, or black people will use the excuse, well, we coming out of we're the descendants of the enslaved, and we coming out of slavery and oppression, and that's why we're acting this way towards each other. Well, that's true. But for how long are we going to keep using that excuse? And I want to, before I even continue, I want to give a disclaimer that I'm not referring to all black dark-skinned people. I'm not referring to all black dark-skinned women. I'm not referring to everybody. I am well aware of the fact that there are plenty of nice dark-skinned people that treat other dark-skinned people with respect. So if you don't fall into the category of what I'm talking about, or who I'm talking about, I'm not talking to you. But there's enough dark-skinned people out here that treat other dark-skinned people like shit. There's enough dark-skinned women out here that treat other black women like shit for me to talk about it. Okay? And I don't know where y'all live at. I can't really necessarily speak on any parts of the world except for the parts of the world that I have personally been in. I'm down here in Florida, y'all. And it has been my experience that I'm just going to point out some examples. And today I want to focus on black darkism. Okay? That's what I'm focusing on. I'm not talking about white supremacy. I've already stated very clearly, plenty of times, more times than I can count, that darkism came out of racism and white supremacy. That is very clear. But the thing is we have to be the ones, black people, we have to be the ones to solve the problem. We have to be the ones to solve the problem. So now it's a problem that's within our community, and we got to deal with it head on. We got to talk about it, and we have to problem solve. And that's what I'm here to do. So we're going to talk about the black on black darkism today. Okay? And I want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning, Pizza Rose, Prairie Justice, and everybody else that might be watching. Okay? And I see what you said. Pizza Rose said, let me just read your comment real quickly. You said it's gotten to the point where it's actually annoying to see other people talking about dark skin. All they do is copy you because it makes them money. Yep, they've been doing that to me for years. And that's another form of dark skin abuse, darkism. The fact that black people online, some of these black people online are treacherous as fuck. I wouldn't even fuck with them. You know, people try to clown me and say you don't have the views. And a lot of the fact that I don't have a lot of views is because of another so-called black woman that years back that started stealing from me on YouTube. And I took down my videos, and that messed up the algorithms. Because previously, if you go back and look at some of my videos from, years ago, you'll see that there's some of them have thousands and thousands of views. And I've never paid for views. I've never done anything unethical to get views. I've just been myself, and it's been organic. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. But when this black woman started stealing from me and copying my platform back in 2015, I went viral for calling out Kendrick Lamar's darkism, and no black person, y'all weren't talking about dark skin online. Nobody was talking about colorism. None of them. All of them full of shit. They weren't talking about it. Then I went viral. The only person that was, and I don't even like this person, but I got to tell the truth, was Tommy Sotomayor. Because in 2014, listen to the dates now. In 2014, before anybody started talking about colorism on their platform, Tommy Sotomayor contacted me through Facebook and asked me to come on the show. This was in 2014. He Facebook messaged me and said, come on to my show and talk about your dark girl agenda. And none of these black females was talking about colorism. I'm telling the truth there. That's a fact. 2014, I go on his show. It kind of blew it up. That's when I started to get a little bit of internet popping, social media popping. You know what I'm saying? Then in 2015, I was doing darkism counseling. And again, I've been doing this work before social media existed. It wasn't anything new to me. There was nobody to copy. There was nobody with the blueprint. I was the blueprint. So I was counseling this young lady about darkism, and she was the one that said something about Kendrick Lamar. And she said, what do you think, Rashida? And I went to my Facebook and I posted what I thought, and it went viral to millions around social media. And that's when black people, black females on YouTube started copying me. That's a fact. None of I don't care. Listen to me. I don't care how big these black female bloggers are. I don't care how many subscribers they have. They copied me. If they're talking about dark skin, they copied me. All of them. All of them. If they're talking about colorism, they copied me. I don't care who they are. Because one thing about me, I've never jumped on people bandwagons. I've never talked about topics because I think it might trend. I've always came from my heart. And if you look at my channel, it's always been about dark skin and colorism. I'm consistent as fuck. But what these bitches did, and a lot of them can't be trusted. A lot of these black females on YouTube cannot be trusted. I'm just keeping it 100. Y'all could be mad. That's why I don't personally fuck with them. I don't mind staying over here because I'd rather have, now that my views have gone down since that time, I don't mind that. Because I'd rather have a few real people watching me than all the fakes. Or to have gone to another black woman's channel on YouTube, watch what she doing and steal from her. I don't do that. And I'm never going to lose my integrity just to get views or subscribers. I'm going to be me. So a lot of these motherfuckers online, I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with it. And I've been on YouTube probably longer than all of them. And I'm not going to do anything for views. I'm not going to jeopardize who I am as a person and my character and my integrity like these bitches for views. See, black women, we got a problem. Black women, the black women born of today are not the same as the black women, let's say, pre-civil rights. You know what I'm saying? They're not the same as the black women that came up out of the civil rights movement. There are a lot of the black women of today, dark skin, brown skin, light skin, are very manipulative. They will do anything to, you know, get money, to get status, to get whatever the case may be. They will stab each other in the back. And I'm not going to play that game with these bitches. I don't play with none of them. I don't play with fucking none of them. This is why I don't fuck with them. If I see that a person is sincere and they got integrity and values and morals, then I'm like, cool. But I don't in this social media game, what I've noticed is a lot of backstabbing. What I've noticed is a lot of evilness, treachery. And that's not just come from the black women, it's from black men and women. And they've done this shit online. Online they're doing this. So I tend to stay over here and mind my fucking business. But if you fuck with me, I don't give a fuck how small your channel is or how big your channel is. You better be prepared for a fucking legal war. Because I don't fucking play. I don't fucking play. And I've made up in my mind that bitch that want to come for Rashida Strober, I don't give a fuck who they are. I'm coming after them legally because I've already had to do it. And for those of you that don't know, I've had to sue a former YouTuber and I've won my cases, 3 of them. So I'm not coming after nobody making no fucking videos and all this kind of shit. Bitch, I'm coming after your ass in court. I'm coming after every fucking thing you got. I'm coming after your YouTube channel, your ass, whatever the fuck you got, if you come over here and fuck with me. Because I don't fuck with nobody. I have determined that it is best for me to stay over here in my lane and do what I do. And that's what I've been doing for years. I never bother nobody. But motherfuckers think, I guess they think, well, oh, she got a small channel. But that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that, bitch, I know the legal process and I know how to come for your ass in a legal fashion. I know how to file lawsuits against people and win. And that's what I have no problem doing. So, you know, them bitches, all that, with all the treachery they got going on, do what you do. You better stay your motherfucking ass over there. You better not come over here to the dark skin activist channel fucking with me. Because I don't go to people's channels fucking with them. I don't go to their channels. I don't go on their panels. You know, I don't do, because I've seen the evolution of YouTube. YouTube, it used to be Google Hangouts. What, like 10 years ago. And now you got people on panels and all this kind of shit going on. And it's evolving. And I just determined I'm not going to get myself entangled up in that, because it's always a bunch of drama and a bunch of bullshit. But one of them bitches come over here fucking with me, they better be fucking ready for a legal battle, because I ain't going to take my motherfucking foot off a bitch neck until I win. And I don't just only speak and talk like this online. I've actually done it in real life. I've actually won a federal case against a YouTuber. I've actually won a state case against a YouTuber. And I've actually won an appellate case against a YouTuber. So I've won in the federal courts, the appeals courts, and in the state courts. I'm ready. Now, do I want to be out here suing people? Do I want to be out there, you know, flexing my legal strength? Not necessarily, but I'm always ready. Because people get angry at you because they don't like how you're talking. You ain't had to do nothing personally to them. This is what I've learned. You ain't had to come and like do anything personally. They'll sit back and watch your video. This is what our people are doing. Black people are doing to each other online. They'll sit back and watch your video. They'll watch your demeanor. They'll listen to what you say. They might not like how your eyes look, your nose look, the lipstick you're wearing, whatever the case may be. And they'll start to attack you. But I'm not that bitch you want to do that to. Because I promise you, I'm ready. I'm ready to rinse and motherfucking repeat. Because I'm not going to tolerate nobody plagiarizing my work. I'm not going to tolerate no bitches doxing me and my family. I'm not going to tolerate nobody getting online fucking slandering me. If you do it, you're going to be in it for, I'm talking about a war. It's going to be a fucking legal war. And I'm not going to fucking let up until I fucking win. I could lose some, I could win some, just like I did before. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm a motherfucking warrior. And if you fuck with me, I'm going to come after your bitch ass legally until I win. I'm not going to play with these motherfuckers. Because y'all know I don't fuck with nobody. I come on here and talk my dark skin shit. And yes, I will say if a bitch done plagiarized me, I will say that shit. Because a lot of these bitches have plagiarized me. I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. But other than that, I don't go around, like I said, jumping on people's panels. I don't do that. I don't go around jumping in people's chat. I don't do none of that shit. I don't go jumping in people's comment section. I don't go fucking with people. So bitch, don't come over here fucking with me. And if you do, you better be ready for war. You better be motherfucking ready for legal war. Because I ain't gonna fucking play with you. Underestimate me if you want to. You'll find out the hard way. Hold on, y'all. All right, so my website, once again, is darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com. Once again, that's darkskinactivist.com. And I know people complain about my cussing. I know that puts some people off. Okay, but y'all, you know what? You can understand it or you cannot understand it. I got to be myself. I'm Rashida Strober. And sometimes I cuss. Sometimes I don't cuss. Sometimes I talk calm. Sometimes I don't. You know, it's all a part of being myself as a human being. The only thing I could do is be myself. I cannot be, or nor do I want to be, no one else. Only thing I could do is be Rashida Strober, be myself. So if you're offended by the cussing, I'm sorry for you. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes I cuss. But one thing I am, y'all, and one thing I have never been is evil or nasty or malicious towards another black person for no reason. Hear me out. I've never been evil or nasty or malicious to another black person without cause. And down here in Florida, I live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and black people down here are the worst towards each other when it comes down to just basic customer service. Sometimes, you know, I've gotten to the point where now, because I've been treated so badly by other black people, dark-skinned black people, to the point where when I go in a store, for example, sometimes I'll avoid getting into a line where I see a black female. That's fucked up. I know. That's sad. And I'm dark-skinned. And I'm saying this. Okay? Okay, but I'm being honest with y'all. I'm giving y'all the transparent. I've been so dogged and brutalized and scandalized and talked bad about and mistreated by my own people. You know, it even started back, y'all, when I was in a pro-black movement. And, you know, I thought, hold on, y'all. As soon as I want to talk to y'all, people start damn fucking calling me. Goodness. My other phone at. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. As soon as I start wanting to talk to y'all, here comes somebody calling me. I got another phone in here, but I can't find it. Give me a second. Hold on, y'all. Here's my other phone. Let me take this call. Give me a second, y'all. Hello? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. My apologies, y'all. Good morning, everybody. So, like I was saying, I want to make a point so that to try to help y'all understand where I'm coming from. Um, Once I joined the Black movement, because I thought I was stupid enough to think this, because I was young and naive and just dumb. I used to think that if I joined a Black movement, that I would automatically and magically be loved and appreciated by all the Black people in there. That's what I thought. Because I've been pro-Black since I was a little girl, because my dad was pro-Black. My dad was in the Nation of Islam for 30 plus years. So I grew up around pro-Blackness. And so I naively thought that because I had experienced so much darkism and racism in the world prior to joining the movement, that I thought that this movement was going to save me from that. And I thought that I was going to be surrounded by Black people who loved me as a Black female and who loved my dark skin. And I thought that. But when I got in the movement, and I'm not talking about all the people in the movement, but when I got in the movement, it wasn't a loving and kind and caring movement. And I guess at heart, I'm a kind of a sensitive person. But the movement was not what I expected. It wasn't loving and kind and caring. I wasn't embraced, is what I'm trying to say, by my own Black people. In fact, there was a lady that was in there. She was dark skinned. I'll never forget her. She was so mean to me. And I never did anything to this woman. I swear to God on my daddy grave, for I love more than anything. When I went in the movement, I didn't do nothing to her, but she didn't like me. She was dark skinned. She had dreadlocks. And I'm thinking, dark skinned dreadlock, we gonna be just like the best of friends. It's gonna be wonderful. But that wasn't the reality. And I remember being so hurt and confused in a Black movement where I was being treated badly by some of the dark-skinned Black people. And again, I want to be clear that I'm not talking about all the Black people and the dark-skinned people in the movement. I'm not talking about all. So please do not put words in my mouth. But it was just enough to shock me to be like, damn, this is how this is? I'm not really loved. Some of these people don't like me. And the most shocking thing of all is you don't have to do nothing to these dark-skinned people for them not to like you. Because that's the thing. Because normally you'll be like, okay, well, what did you do to the person? Or did I do something to offend you? And you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. And I didn't do nothing. I barely interacted with this lady. I was never rude to her. I always said hello. There were times that I would speak. She wouldn't say anything to me. I remember when I wanted to go to law school and I needed a letter of recommendation. And I believe that she was like a secretary, like a big person in the movement. And I've always respected her because I was like, see, in my head, I'm looking at these Black people as so wonderful and great. I was like, I thought they was amazing because they was fighting for Black power and I respected them for all the years that they put in. So for me, it was like, I looked at them and held them in high regard, y'all. But some of them didn't like me for whatever reason. And now that I'm older and I can look back and reflect on it, I know that yes, it's the irony of it all. Of being how could you be in a Black movement and don't like the other Black people in there? How could you be dark skinned in a pro-Black movement and don't like the other dark skinned women? And maybe she just had a problem with the women. I don't know. But I know that she was not nice to me. And then it could have been an age thing too. It could have been that too. Because she was older. She probably was, at that time, this lady probably had to be like, I don't know, maybe 45. I was around 19, 20. And maybe you was just jealous. And I'm not going to sit here and say, don't put words in my mouth, because I don't like people putting words in my mouth. Don't make assumptions. If you don't understand something about what I'm saying, ask me. But I'm not saying that all older women hate on younger women, because there was one older lady that was in there that was the most beautiful woman I ever seen in my life. And I remember she drove a Land Rover, and it was because of her. She drove a Land Rover, and she had the Black African tag on the front of her Land Rover, and she was classy and beautiful and dressed nice and intellectual, and I admired her and I wanted to be like her, and she the reason why I ended up getting a Land Rover. And she was older, but she didn't have that nasty attitude. She wasn't one of the ones that was mean and nasty. She was confident and beautiful, had sister locks. I'll never forget her. So again, I'm not talking about all the black people, but there's enough of them for me to get on here and talk about it. So I did not get what I expected out of the movement, the love of blackness, the love of me as a black, because I was ready to give. My heart was open. My heart isn't as open now to you motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you the truth. My mother, the way that you motherfuckers done treated me, I'm fucking guarded like this, bitch. A lot of you hoes I don't motherfucking trust. I'm just keeping it 100. Especially you bitches online. A lot of y'all are treacherous as fuck. You doxing people. You making up lies on people. Talking about people, kids, doing all kind of nasty shit. But like I said, and one of these bitches, big or small YouTubers, I don't give a fuck. You better be ready for a legal war with me. Because I ain't going to take my motherfucking foot off your neck. My heart is not as open anymore. Because of the way I've been treated by my own people. My heart is not open. I went into the movement with an open fucking heart. I used to spend my money, my time. It was nothing I wouldn't fucking do fighting for black power. And to turn around and see how black people treat me, to turn around and see how, black people treat you in public, to turn after all the work I done put in, it's like, what the fuck? It's a hurting, painful feeling when you feel like you have nowhere to go. You go over on that end. I remember there was the story of this Indian. I can't remember if it was Pocahontas. I don't remember which Indian it was, but I read this somewhere where when the Europeans started to come in to invade the Americas, the Indian woman was being treated badly by her own people. The Europeans were also the enemy. So it's like, if I go over here, they gonna treat me bad, the Europeans, but if I go over here, if I stay over here, I'm already getting treated bad. So it's like, it's no fucking where to go. It's nowhere to go. And that's how I feel sometimes. The white people, I'm already a victim of white racism and supremacy. But I'm also over here, my own people who I'm fighting for, who my heart is open for, who I actually love, don't fucking love me. Oh, bitch, you a Judas. A lot of these hoes is Judases. A lot of you bitches is Judases. You're not real. And again, I'm more talking about the females now, because I've already came down on you black men. I've been doing that for years. I've been soft on black women. I've been soft on black women because I know that y'all, us are the most victimized by darkism. So I've been soft on you motherfuckers. But what did y'all do to me? Y'all come online and steal from a platform. You bitches steal. You don't say my name. You taking from me. In public. When, and all this got spurred on. I got triggered. Y'all say, where all this coming from? Well, it's always been happening. But there's certain triggers that make it rile up again. The other day I was in the post office, and this fat black bitch, because that's what she is. I'm not going to be nice to these bitches no more. This overweight, obese, porcupine looking, pork chop ass bitch, because that's what she looked like. The bitch looked like a oink oink. She was nasty to me for no reason. And God is looking down, and I believe in God. I'm a spiritual person. God watches everything we do, and God know I'm not lying. I haven't done nothing to this woman. All I did was walk in and be black and dark skinned. And I've been subjected to this woman's nasty attitude as a black dark skinned person because she treats white people with respect. She treats them better. And I've witnessed this. So this fat ass bitch, and I've already confronted her. Who knows? I might confront her again. About 2 months ago, I confronted her. This is about 2 months ago. And it takes me a while to confront somebody because I'll give you a chance. It takes me a while. I don't just come out the gate swinging like that on people. I've never been that type of person. I'm not a bully. And I don't just confront people when they do wrong things to me. So this woman has been treating me like this and doing this shit. Before I confronted her, she's been doing it for, I want to say, about 2 months, 3 months off and on. Every time I would come in there, I would notice that she would treat the white people that she would handle better. And I would notice, I would speak to her, she wouldn't say nothing to me. And I just put up with it and put up with it. And I didn't say anything. And I said to myself, I reasoned to myself, well, maybe she might be having a bad day. Maybe she might be on her period. Because, you know, sometimes females, we get on our period and, you know, we got to work and we might not feel good. And I understand that. And then I also, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, well, black women, black people are always treated the worst. So I'm giving this bitch the benefit of the doubt over 2 or 3 months. But how long do you think you're going to keep just like mistreating me? You can't keep doing that with some people. So one day, after about 3 months of maltreatment for no reason, again, y'all, I hadn't done nothing to this lady. Like, I haven't done nothing to her. One day I walked in there and she did the same thing. I walked in there and the white person that was ahead of me, I think it was a white man, I can't remember, but it was a white person. She was nice to them. I walked up to her, it was my turn, and I said, hello. And she didn't say one word, and that's when I confronted that bitch. And she didn't like it because I confronted her, but I confronted her. I confronted that bitch, and long story short, and she, you know, she denied it. She denied it, and I said, no, we went back and forth. And I turned on my camera, and I filmed it. I stayed inside of the post office that day for probably an hour and a half, going back and forth with the different supervisors and whoever. And I filmed, I just started filming because, you know, you have a legal constitutional right to film in a public place. And all of them scurried to the back. I still got the video on my Facebook. All of them scurried to the back because they didn't want to be filmed. And I stayed in there because I wasn't going no motherfucking well because it's public. It's funded with public dollars. And I filmed for about an hour talking and speaking on how they treat dark-skinned black people negatively as opposed to treating the white people, the white customers that came in there positively. And from that day on, that bitch, after I confronted that bitch and filmed in there for an hour and a half, obviously she doesn't like me. But bitch, you brought this on yourself, ho. This fat ass bitch, she brought it on herself. And I have been capping for a lot of you dark-skinned women in your fucked up ass behavior for years. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Thank you. Okay. By the way, y'all, if you want to make a donation, you can go to my Cash App, which is $rashidalala. $rashidalala. Once again, that's $rashidalala. And I want to let everybody know that I'm going to be at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, which is coming up at the Labor Day weekend. And once again, I want to let you guys know I don't have the exact date, time, and location because the festival is still putting together a schedule of plays. But as soon as I get that information, I'm going to let you guys know. But just know that I will be in Atlanta Labor Day weekend, which is August 31st through September 2nd. I will be doing a stage reading performance of my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. I'm also looking for sponsors, so y'all know what to do. Once again, you can go to my Cash App and make a sponsorship donation. My Cash App is $rashidalala. $rashidalala. Once again, that's $rashidalala. I still got my GoFundMe up. You can Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe and make a donation there. Once again, just Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe. And because I'm live, I did not put my Cash App and all that stuff up, but I am going to put it in the description so that you guys can know where to go. You can also go to my PayPal and make a donation. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, that's icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Also, make sure y'all like the video and share the video. As I said before, due to plagiarism and people stealing and copying me, I took down my videos a number of years ago, and that like just really messed up my algorithms and my growth. So make sure you like and share the video. And my website is darkskinactivist.com. darkskinactivist.com. You can go there and you can download a free ebook copy of my book, Darkism. So yeah, so that, let me get back on talk about this fat, ugly, obese bitch that happened to be dark skinned. Yes, I'm going to talk about this bastard because she's evil. She's an evil bitch. Anytime you treat somebody nasty and mean and they ain't done nothing to you, they ain't did nothing to you. Nothing to you. You're an evil ass person. You're a wicked, demonic ass person. You and a lot of our people have the devil in us. A lot of our people got the devil in us. I'm just getting my charger, y'all. A lot of our people have the devil in us. We ain't right. We see a black person come. Another black person can sometimes see another black person come, and they feel like, oh, well, I ain't got to give my best. I ain't got to speak to that person. I ain't got to treat them nice. You feel you don't have to do certain things, good things, when it comes to a black person. And sometimes I wonder, why do some of these bitches work in customer service? Who fucking gave them a job? And some of you bitches don't fucking need to work in customer service. Some of you bitches need to get the fuck out of customer service. Quit fucking working at McDonald's, bitch. Quit being postal services, hoe. Quit fucking working around people. Some of you bitches. Yes. And again, it don't apply to all my people because I love being black. I love being dark skinned. But I don't like the fucked up treatment that some black people, some, not all, I'm stressing not all. I don't like the treatment that some black people inflict onto other black people for no other fucking reason that they're black like you. I don't like that, and I'm not going to accept it. So some of you black bitches, you need to stop working in customer service. Bitch, go find another line of work because you don't know how to treat your black customers with respect. You don't know how to, if you could learn how to treat your black customers with value and respect like you treat the white ones, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Do you know that even when I go to a restaurant and I tip, if it's a black person and that black woman or man went out their way to treat me good, I'm going to make sure I tip them big. Because I'm just like, damn, a black person is treating me good? So I want to reward that black woman or black man, dark-skinned black woman, dark-skinned black man, light-skinned black woman, light-skinned black man with money because they treated me good, because I'm in shock, because I've been treated so fucking bad by a lot of you motherfuckers. Like, stay out of customer service. That's one of my tips that I want to give you. Quit fucking working at Walmart, goddammit. If you don't like other black people, quit working in jobs where you have to interact with black people and provide customer service. If you don't like us, don't fucking work with us. Don't work around us. You go find, and I'm all for a person having a job or a career or being a business person to support their family. I'm all for that. I'm just saying maybe customer service is not right for you. Find another field, bitch. Find another job, bitch. It's either you change your fucked up ass attitude, which I think that might be hard for some of you bitches to do. Because some of you bitches wake up, you get up in the motherfucking morning and you're fucking mad and you're angry. You know. Me personally, I would not work in customer service. I would not work in customer service. I'm just being honest because I'm honest with myself. I don't like jobs where I have to deal with a whole heap of damn people like that. Like I wouldn't work and I paid my dues already. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Grandy's. I don't know, some of y'all might remember Grandy's. When I was a teenager, I worked at Grandy's. You know, I worked at Wendy's. Where else I worked at? I worked at Burger King. Bitch, I paid my dues. But here's what I can say. I was never rude to black or white customers. Now that's honest from my heart. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about how I come across on my YouTube videos, but I'm not rude to black people. If I'm in a customer service capacity where I'm working and they're my customer, I treat the black people, the light-skinned people, the brown-skinned people, all y'all gonna get the same treatment from me. I'm not gonna treat one person better than the other. I could truly sleep at night knowing that I was nice to all skin tones. And I never was mean to my own people. I never looked down on my own people. I never gave my own people a bad attitude when I worked at McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Grandy's. I was nice. I was a nice person to them. So why can't you do the same to me? And I'm supposed to, and the thing is, they think you're supposed to take that shit. They think that you're supposed to accept the fact that some of these bitches will treat you bad and treat the white man or white woman good. No, bitch. I'm not going to fucking accept it. I'm not going to fucking accept that. Black people do not have to accept bad customer service. It's not the fucking norm. It's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. We do not have to accept that. If I, yelling Rashida Strober, ranting Rashida Strober that y'all see online, if I, when I just told y'all I worked at all these fast food restaurants and I was nice to black people, white people, purple damn people, if I could do it, why can't these bitches do it? And I had all this shit going on. I remember when I got that job at Wendy's on the beach, I was fucking homeless. And I used to have to walk to work. I was living in abandoned houses, sleeping in abandoned houses. And I would get up and I would walk to work. And when I got to work, I never treated my customers mean. Ever. That's the God honest truth. Lord, you strike me down right now if I'm lying. Even going through all that stress, I was never mean to my customers. And I want to emphasize black or white. I don't give a damn if you was black or white. You was going to get treated nice and kind by me. Because why? You ain't done nothing to me. I got a job because of you being a customer. I got a job because of you being a customer. So why would I treat my customers mean and nasty? It doesn't make sense. And when I worked at Grandy's, I used to get a lot of tips. There was a black woman I'll never forget. I was about, 16, 17. I can't remember. But there was a black woman. She was young at the time. She probably was like in her early 20s. She would come in there with her little son. He probably a grown man by now. And she would tip me. She was a light-skinned black woman. I'll never forget it. Because, see, I used to clean up the tables and stuff at Grandy's. And so the people used to tip you. And I used to get a lot of tips from black people, from white people, all that. So I've worked in customer service. Would I do it today? No, I wouldn't. I don't need to. That's not the line of work that I'm in terms of like working in fast food restaurants. Not to say that isn't anything wrong, because I respect anybody that's working a job that's an honest job. You got my motherfucking respect. I respect it. When I worked at St. Pete College as a professor teaching American government, there was an Asian lady that used to come in there and clean my classroom. I would never let her clean the classroom by herself. I used to clean that classroom up with her. So I don't give a fuck how high you go, bitch, or how low you are. You motherfucking treat people like human beings. And some of you bitches, you get up here and you think you could treat other people bad. But it don't work like that, bitch. Because you're like you up here, bitch. You think you up here? Your ass could fall. You could fall just like you up here. Because that's another thing I noticed too. You put some of these our people up in high management positions and they start to treat other black people like shit. Well, guess what, bitch? You can fall. Just like you rose, you can fall. So you need to be conscious of the way that you treat people going up. Some of y'all are very manipulative, evil, slick bitches. That's what I really can't stand. I don't like a manipulative bitch. Because I'll fucking cut you off. You can't manipulate me because I can see right through you. I can see right through that bullshit. And some of us do that too. Some of us play that game too. And I'm against all of that. Because it's fuckery and it's detrimental to our people. But I don't work in no customer service capacity no more. But I paid my damn dues. I paid my motherfucking dues. You better understand. Rashida Strober has paid her dues. But I'm just not going to put up with these bitches and their nasty behavior. I'm not going to put up with them thinking they're going to mistreat me and disrespect me. Perry Justice said customer service is dead. Well, customer service might be dead. But you know what that's going to do? That's if it's dead, it's going to create a lot of arguments and conflict. Because everybody ain't going to put up with these bitches shit. Everybody ain't going to put up with these motherfuckers' nasty ass attitudes. It could be dead. And that's another thing too. That's why you see when you go to Walmart and Publix, and I seen it at Walmart, I seen it at Publix, I've seen it at CVS. That's why they got the self-checkouts. Because one of the reasons, because you bitches is giving bad customer service and they're replacing your pussy asses. Yes, they replacing your motherfucking asses with machines. You're being replaced, bitch. And that's going to affect people at the lower level that don't have the skills. They may not have the education or the skills. And that might be the only type of job they could get. What if you use your niceness to get somewhere, you could get something. These goddamn machines are nicer than you. I even saw on social media about 2 weeks ago a McDonald's that doesn't have any workers in it. It's all done by machines. All done by machines. Do you know what that's the result of? Some of that came up, not all of it, but some of it has come out of the fact that some of you bitches are giving bad customer service. Some of you bitches are giving bad customer service. You're mean. You're nasty. Pull off that goddamn nasty attitude like you pull off them motherfucking bonnets. You're supposed to pull the bonnet off before you walk out the fucking house. Take that fucking bonnet off. Don't walk outside with the bonnet on. Pull it off. Put it away, goddammit. Pull off the nasty attitude. Put that shit to the side. Realize the public hasn't done anything to you. Realize you got a job because the public is there buying the product, bitch. It's not because you're so great. Because if you were so great, your ass wouldn't be getting replaced by fucking machines. And believe me, I prefer the self-fucking checkouts. I prefer the self-checkouts. Now, I like Starbucks because Starbucks, the people there, I don't think I'd ever met a mean Starbucks person. Black, white, purple, whatever. All of them are very nice. But, yeah, you guys are being replaced. Let me read some of these comments. You going to only get good vibes from my channel. Let me read your comment. That's a nice name for our channel. I was in a phone service business looking at iPads so that I was just looking at it, and a so-called white woman in the bath. She gave me don't ask no questions, just buy. In other words, spend money and don't ask no questions. And I was so mad. She was racist against me. Or yeah, some white people are racist too. Oh, believe me, I did start this live out at the beginning, letting you know that the framework for darkism is racism. Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's like black people have taken on the characteristics of racism. And it exhibited itself through darkism in terms of the way that we treat each other. And that's the problem. Because there was a time where black people was nice to each other. I even remember growing up, I went to a Pentecostal church. It's called the Holy Ghost Church of God, purchased with his blood. And guess what? The black women in that church was nice. Dark skin. Sister Faye. I'll never forget Sister Faye. Her daughter is like, she does like Broadway and theater, and she's made a name for herself. But Sister Faye, she's real dark skinned. This lady was one of the most nicest, kindest people in the world. I admired her. Her personality just shined through. I will never forget her. The mother of the church, Mother Hosey. That lady used to take me shopping. She used to take me to her house. She, I got to credit her for teaching me how to be a woman and how to keep a house. I remember her husband, Pastor Hosey, he always was smiling. Mother Hosey always was smiling. And my mama had a bunch of kids, and people used to refer to my mama as that lady with all them kids because we was poor and he broke down and ain't had nothing. But Pastor Hosey and Mother Hosey, she would take me and my brothers to her house, and my brothers would go in there and they would be with Pastor Hosey, and I would be in there with Mother Hosey, and she would teach me how to bake. And her house was so clean. And right now, to this day, I realize I'm like a very, very clean person. Like, I gotta have my place neat and clean. And I realized that I picked up a lot of those characteristics from being around this nice kind. And she was nice to her husband. She was married to him for like over 50 years. She would, her house was so clean and it smelled so good. Have you ever walked in a house and it had a mixture of a clean smell and a food smell? That's how our house smelled. And she was just so nice and kind. Rest in peace, Mother Hosey. Rest in peace, Pastor Hosey. And there was another lady named Sister Baker. I'll never forget Sister Baker. She could sing her ass off. Her and Sister Faye. I think they were like related. And Sister Baker, she was like more authoritative, but she was a very nice woman. Like, she was very nice. And these were all black women in the church that I grew up in the 80s, that I grew up with, the 80s and the 90s. And then it was another lady there too, and I admired her too. And she didn't have no kids, and she lived in a very nice neighborhood. Her husband was a firefighter, and I think she was like a police dispatch, and she was the most kindest black woman. Oh, so I grew up around. I know that not all black women act a fool like this, but it's like, I don't know what happened with the next generation. It's like the new generation, it's like we didn't pick up those characteristics and those traits from the women that were like in their prime in the 80s and the 90s, because that was my example. That's what I saw. I saw these women in the church. And then, going around, my dad was in the Nation of Islam, and the women in the Nation of Islam, I remember seeing, the way they dressed, they cared about themselves, they were very presentable, covered up, they had a lot of manners and respect. It's like, why can't we? What happened? What happened? What happened? Why can't we get that back? It's sad, y'all. It's sad that now we see the reflection of the way that these women behave in everyday society. In interactions so simple as going into the post office, or going into Walmart, or going even into the beauty supply store, or going into wherever. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't get nasty attitudes from black real estate agents. Most black real estate agents, they're not going to be mean because they know they're going to make a lot of money off of a sale, and they're going to be real nice to you. So that's one area that I noticed that you're going to run into some nice black women. And also vegan black women tend to be, vegan black women tend to be a lot nicer. I think it's the fact that they vegan. I'm just telling y'all what I've seen, what I've experienced. I hope it changes. I hope it changes. Pizza Roll says, good vibes from my channel. Good vibes from our channel. They don't even care if you notice it At this point, they bold. You ain't lying. And I'm glad you made that point, Pizza Rolls, because of the fact that they're so bold in their disrespectful behavior, and they don't give a fuck about the fact that their ass being replaced by machines, in part because of their nasty attitudes. Because, I'm sure these businesses would reduce customer service complaints if they have machines. It's not going to be customer service complaints. Maybe it might be some problem with the machine, but which would you rather have? But they won't admit to it. You're right. And that's one thing I noticed about black people. We don't apologize to each other. We don't like to apologize. We don't like to say, well, I'm sorry. We don't like to say, well, I did wrong. Let me make it right. And for me, if someone comes up to me and says, I don't care if they black, white, purple, if they've wronged me and they said, and they come to me in a sincere way and they say, well, you know what? I acknowledge I wronged you and I'm sorry. That will soften me. If I feel like, okay, it's from this person's heart, or at least knowing that they made an effort, that will soften me. But we as black people, I notice, we don't like to apologize. We don't like to say when we're wrong. We don't like to say I'm sorry. We just have these stubborn, stuck up, entitled fucking attitudes of, no, this is the way it is and you gonna accept it. But everybody ain't gonna accept the bullshit. Everybody ain't gonna accept y'all bullshit. Primo Heat says, you cooking today, says facts. I'm an engineer and I always somehow make friends with securities, the cleaners, guards, etc. Most of our black cashiers, public servants have that rotten attitude. Oh Lord, you done said a mouthful. They do. They got a rotten attitude. You're right. But I always been the type of person I feel like you could serve and help people. And I respect a person's work ethic. I don't care what your position is. It's not about, if you have some high level position. I don't care about that. I care about your character. And if I see something that needs to be done and I can help you with it, I'm going to help you. I don't care what title they've given me. I'm a human being. You're a human being. It's not about the title for me. I could care less about that. I care about the character of the person. I care, like Dr. Martin Luther King says, it should be about the character. It should be about the character. Because you got some people in high positions that are nasty as fuck. And I don't give a fuck about your degree. I don't give a fuck about your position. If you a nasty, mean motherfucker, I'm not fucking. How you doing? I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. I don't care about that. And if I'm so-called, like I said, I was teaching at St. Pete College. And it was no way in hell I was going to be in there, at the end of class. I'm packing up my stuff, getting ready to go. But if I see the janitor coming there, I'm going to help you. I mean, it's just a natural instinct for me. It's just how I am as a person. Plus, I like to move around. It's probably got to do with me just like to move and be free. And so I'll move around and talk and help and do stuff like that. I've been like that my whole life. I grew up in a family of 5 brothers. And, that's what I was used to. I would cleaning up, picking up after people, making people dinner. I grew up serving. So that's what I know. And you can serve in any position. Doesn't matter. You always should be willing to serve. That's how I see it. I just can't sit there and see people that need some help and don't offer my help. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't feel right. But I just don't understand why we like to make stuff hard for each other. I don't get it. You feel like you got some type of power over somebody. You don't have no power over nobody at the end of the day. Because we all gonna fucking die and return back to the dirt. Every last one of us. All these people that think they're so powerful and doing bad shit to other people, mistreating people, bitch, you're gonna fucking return back to the dirt. There's nothing special about you in the fact that you thinking you're gonna live forever as opposed to another person. You, me, everybody that's watching, we're all going to fucking return to the dust. So my thing is, why do I need to intentionally make life hard on another black person when I know that their life is already hard? Why? I had a black woman that was in power. This is how an example of how we exercise our so-called power over each other, and self-hate is manifested and reflected. Because sometimes black women don't like each other. Same thing with black men. And you know, I'm sure it's the same in other races, but I'm black, so I'm talking about black people and my experiences. I was fresh out of graduate school, 26 years old, and I was working as a substitute teacher. And I was working at a school, a really bad school, where kids had all kinds of emotional problems, and most of them were black. And the principal was a white man. He noticed that the kids took a liking to me, and I was able to come in there and get them to do work and get them to behave. And the principal noticed this, and he came and told me. He was like, other substitutes, they just leave and they can't get them to do nothing. And for me, it's like, see, I came from a pro-black mentality. I came from the old school of structure, and you got to sit down and you can't be doing all this extra. You sit down and shut up and do what the fuck you told. That's what I came from. So that was my style in teaching. I didn't take no mess off of no kids, but it was also in a fair, caring way. The white male principal noticed this. So he came and offered me a long-term position, and he wanted me to teach. I didn't want to teach. But when he sat down and talked to me and explained to me, hey, these kids, you know, we need somebody in here that's going to keep doing what you're doing. And I've learned about some of the kids had some problems going on. I felt sorry for them. And the majority of them were dark skinned. And so I said, okay. And so his assistant principal was a black woman, a heavyset black woman, brown skin, short. And he said, I want you to have this position, and but you got to go through one more interview with the assistant principal. And I said, okay. And when I interviewed with the assistant principal, the bitch didn't like me. And I'm going to call her a fat, ugly bitch, because I'm going to talk bad about the bitch now. See, y'all should have called the 26-year-old nice Rashida. I was nice. Pro-black, making excuses for you fuck-ass bitches. But if it was Rashida now, that bitch would have probably got cursed the fuck out. Bitch try me like that now, I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be humble. I'm not gonna be none of that. Because you motherfuckers are evil, some of you, for no reason. That bitch didn't like me. I never did. I never seen her a day in my life. I didn't do nothing to this lady. And now I realize, bitch, you probably didn't like me because I was young, black, slim, looked better than your pussy ass, and had my master's degree. You was jealous. Older black women, stop being jealous of younger black women. Stop, bitch. Just fucking stop. What is your fucking point? What is your fucking point, bitch? As long as you live, you're gonna keep aging. And babies are gonna be born every day, so there's no fucking point and being jealous of a younger person. There's no point. I don't see the point. But when I look back on it, oh, that fat black bitch was jealous. And she made sure that I didn't get that job. But the thing about it is, I didn't really care if I got the job or not. People don't make or break me like that. Like, I'm not the type of person that be like, oh my God, I need to get this job and work for this person. I don't give a fuck. If God put the opportunity in my hand, great. If God say this ain't for you, great. I'll keep rolling. That's the type of person I am. I just keep on going. But the point that I'm making is, that fat black bitch, she was so evil and so fucking low down and so fucking jealous. You got to be careful of these hoes. These fucking insecure ass fucking hoes. Because that's what the fuck you are. You're insecure. You're threatened. And bitch, I'm not even thinking about your job. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to fucking be a principal. I don't want to work. I just didn't care. I just didn't give a fuck. You cared. It's sad. I've experienced so much racism, darkism, colorism by my own people. Man, y'all just don't know. I could be here all day telling y'all the stories of what I have actually experienced in my life. And I'm just saying that this shit gotta stop, and that black people gotta do better, that black people gotta treat each other better. I don't care how high you are, how low you are, bitch, have some fucking humility. And that these people that's working in customer service, if you're a black person, you need to treat black people well too. What gives you the right to mistreat another black person because they're black and they ain't did nothing to you? They ain't did nothing to you. That's the part that kills me. You just got so much self-hate in your heart. When you see another black person, you hate yourself so much that you decide that you're going to treat that person bad, even though they ain't did nothing to you. That's the part that enrages me. But I have decided that, you know, for example, when I'm getting back to oink oink, when I go in the post office and oink oink is one of the clerks, I have decided I'm going to fucking cut my motherfucking camera on. And I'm going to record this bitch. And I'm going to get her on camera because I might have to file a lawsuit against Oink Oink. So I think that I said all I needed to say for now, y'all. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to listen to my live. I appreciate it. I hope somebody has learned something. I hope somebody could take away something positive from what I said today. I really do. I hope somebody can grow from something that I said today. I hope that black people in customer service would treat black people, black customers, with human dignity, basic human dignity and respect. And also, the same can be said for customers. Customers need to treat the workers with respect as well. It's a two-way street. Once again, I'm going to be performing a staged reading of my play, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. And it's going to be at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. And it's going to take place the weekend of Labor Day. And that's going to be August 31st through September 2nd. And like I said earlier, the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, they are developing a schedule. So I don't know exactly where and what date and time my performance is going to take place within the festival. But as soon as I find out, I will be announcing the time, the date, and the location. But just know that it's going to be at the Atlanta Black Theater Festival. And you can Google the Atlanta Black Theater Festival and the website will come up. And it's going to be not just my play, it's going to be other black plays of black excellence. And I love the theater festival because the festival is keeping black artistry alive in theater. And I'm very, very excited about that. I'm looking for sponsors. So if you want to sponsor me, please go to my Cash App, which is $RashidaLala. Once again, $RashidaLala. The Cash App is $RashidaLala. That's $RashidaLala, $RashidaLala. And I have on a blue dress and I'm smiling. So that's my Cash App. You can also go to my GoFundMe by simply Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. Or you can go to my PayPal, and the PayPal email is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And if you can't donate, just make sure you like and share this video. And you can also go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com, and you can download a free ebook copy of my book entitled Darkism. Thank y'all for watching the world's first and only dark skin activist, the creator, the designer, the architect of the first platform in history to fight to end colorism, known as dark skin activism. And I'll talk to you guys again soon.